Hello and welcome, friends. It's been a while. I have stayed away for a little bit, but I'm back. And I'm back because I am hearing a lot of naysayers, a lot of people who seem like they're losing hope all around me. So I know that it's 2025. It just seems like it's a challenging year for many. And I wanted to bring a little hope. I just try to keep people focused. I keep myself focused on my goals. I know that I can't just look at this year. I got to look at life overall. So if you've looked at any of my videos before, my name is Jeanette. My videos are always around hope, financial, wellness, health. Because I think that in life, we have to get all aspects together in order for you to live a fulfilling life. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about some little motivational things that I have done that you can incorporate in your life to try to just stay away from the negativity and just trying to stay focused. So first is that we have to have goals. We set goals, and not just because you don't have anything to do, but goals help to guide us as we go along. Now, whatever goal you've set, you have to remember why you set that goal. So like for me, one of the goals that I set was to actually stop spending as much as I was spending and actually try to increase my savings because I can see it. I can see prices in the stores are higher when I go to get my groceries. It's costing me more. And I cannot do anything about that. So what can I do? It has to be around me. I have to focus on what I can do. And so I set goals, saying to myself, I won't spend more than this amount of money. I'll cut back on doing certain things. So just remember why you make those goals and keep it inside of your head whenever you're thinking about doing anything. So, like, another thing I tell people is that set small goals. So you set goals, but set small goals. Don't say, okay, I'm going to go from saving maybe $1,000 to 5,000 if maybe you have not gotten an increase in your pay. Because, okay, I'm going to use myself again as an example. We just got a little increase, like a 3%. But then look at the way things are rising in the store. Some of them is more than 3%, so set realistic goals. And I tell people too that it's okay if you did not meet that goal. Okay, so you set yourself, you say, I want to save $1,000. You map out, okay, I want to do that in, say, 6 months or a year, because everybody is different. Some people make more money than others, but at the end of the day, I still think it's important that everybody try to put something aside for a rainy day. That's just the way that I was raised. Put something aside for a rainy day. So just break it down in small little tasks. Okay, I want to do $1,000. I'm gonna set it 6 months. And you just try to set it up, start small. I'm going to save 20. If you realize, okay, I'm able to save 20, now you may increase to 40. You may increase it to 50 until you get to wherever you want to be and you're comfortable. Another thing is that it's easy to get negative, but I want us to try to stay positive. Meaning, think about positive aspects in your life, because I know that there are things that I am so grateful for. Like I say all the time, when I read the news, I see some people, they've lost their job. I am grateful that I still have a job, so I still can keep going on in saving a little bit, putting something aside. So that's something. Health, I think sometimes we take health for granted, but I always say if you don't have health, it doesn't really matter what else you have. I am a registered nurse and the things that I see. And so I said to myself, you can come in with your millions of dollars, but when you have a diagnosis, sometimes that $1 million, it may take you somewhere. Don't get me wrong. You might be able to get access to some care that another person might not have. But isn't it better to prevent getting sick? I really think so. So again, the second thing is just trying to stay positive, trying to be grateful for the little things that we have. When I get up in the morning and I'm ready to go to work and I turn the key in my car and my car start, I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Because, I'm able to drive and get to work and then I get there safely. Don't take it for granted. So, number 3, the other thing that sometimes as a person I said we should do is try to seek support or help. Like, I'm a Caribbean woman, and growing up in the Caribbean, you were taught to sort of be tough. Like, we don't cry. We have problems, but we just keep it inside. It's for inside, and we don't share things. It's like you're afraid, or the stigma that's attached to it if you tell somebody what you're going through. And moving to America, I'm listening to some of my friends just talk about just casually what they're going through has made me now open up more to people. So I have my group of friends that I said to people, these are my core people, buddies that I can go to and I can actually just open and tell them anything. I made a bad decision, I'm able to tell them. They will just say, well, why did you, or they may ask questions, but I know that they're not wagging their fingers at me. And then right away they start sorting it out for me, helping me work through it. So I think that it's important to have some sort of community, somebody that you can trust, somebody that you can go to and talk about what is going on, so that when you feel hopeless and helpless, that they can let you know that you're not alone in this. Because sometimes we feel that you're the only one that's going through it, but you might be so surprised that the person say, oh, that happened to me 2 years ago, or that happened to me last year, or I know somebody else that's going through it. But if you never speak about it, if you never told them about it, they wouldn't know what is going on. So I think it's important to seek support, to find a group of people that you trust, that you can talk to. Number 4 is just taking care of yourself. And when I say taking care of yourself, it simply means that sometimes you have to say no to some things. And it's hard to say no. I have a 14-year-old daughter, and sometimes of course, she's 14, so she wants to go here and there with her friends sometimes. And sometimes I have to say, no, I can't take you all today because I did it yesterday, So today is my day. And even if I look at it that it's my day because I want to do my laundry, it's my day because I want to cook, because I know if I did my laundry today or if I cook, I know tomorrow is going to be my rest day, or later on I can rest. And that's just how my mind works. I like to get my work out of the way, and then I will relax. So take care of yourself. Another thing is, it's like even doing little exercises. I'm not going to say that I go to the gym every morning. I hate getting up in the morning. I mean, sometimes my alarm go off 5:45. It normally goes off. Especially on a Friday, I'm roaring like a lion. I don't want to get up, but I know I have to get up. But I still try to make it to the gym. Even if it's on my off days, I try to go. And I may not be like at the gym like some other persons who do it like every day or every other day, but I still try to take that time for myself. And to be honest, I feel so good once once I'm there or once I've left the gym, because I feel like it's about me. I work on myself, and it makes me feel good as a person. Another thing that I try to do also, and it might sound cliche or simple, but deep breathing. Sometimes in the night when my brain it just doesn't want to stop. It does not want to stop. It just keeps going. I just start to breathe. I put my hand on my belly and I just deep breathe in and out, in and out. And then in no time, I think I've fallen asleep because I don't even realize when I stop breathing in and out. And as humans, we have so much going on around us that sometimes it's hard to just wind down. And it is so funny when this was happening to me. Of course, I thought it's only me. I have all the problems in the world. But then when other people come to me and be like, girl, I didn't sleep last night at all. And I said, why? Is it that your mind is just racing? Yeah. And then I would just share some of the things that I have done, to help me. And they can try it too, to see if it will help them too. The other little thing that I do also is I celebrate like small wins. Like, you think that I'm crazy. Like, I just finished a project where I had to apply for registered nurse 3, and getting that gives me an extra 5% in my on my salary. And so I had to write a paper and the old nursing people. And so I stayed up probably 2 nights making sure everything looked good and everything, and I sent it in. And when I got that congratulatory message telling me that my paper had passed, and and expect my my pay raise and blah blah blah, I was just so happy. And I'm like thinking to myself, it's only 5%. But to me, it's a win. It's a small win for me, and I'm celebrating it because back in the Caribbean we say 1 fill basket. Okay, so you get a little 3 here, a little 2 there, a little 5 here, 1 fill basket. You put it together and you end up with something. So celebrate small wins. That's what I do for myself. Another one is staying flexible. Another important point is staying flexible. Sometimes we make plans and we think that it has to be that way, it has to work out. But another thing that we say is, man make plan and God laugh, right? And so just knowing that you make this, but it might not work out. So guess what? It's okay to shuffle it around, because sometimes when you make that plan, and it's important to plan, it is important to plan, because to me, when you plan is when you've thought of all the little things that may happen along the way. But sometimes there's just that 1 or 2 things that we didn't think about. When that happens, then you kind of backtrack, you work that around, and you move forward again. But don't give up. That's what I'm saying. Be flexible. Just know that you might. It's a stone that's in the road. Then what are you gonna do? You're gonna walk over it, go around it. You're gonna try to move it. That choice is left up to you. Okay. So just try to be flexible. And then when things happen, you learn from it. When you had your plan and it didn't work, hey, learn from it. Because what did you do to get over it? Because you're not going to stop. You're going to do something to get over it. So what did you do, to get over it? Another thing that I try to do also is maintain routine. I'm very big on routine. And maybe that's old fashioned. I don't know. But it works for me. So like an example, every night I pack my lunch bag and put it in the fridge. Then I get up every morning. 5:45 my alarm goes off. I get up, I take my shower, I go downstairs. These are the things that work for me, just keeping a routine. And then to me, I don't get all messed up, because my morning goes this way, No, it's funny that I say that, because I just say be flexible. Now, if something happens in the morning, I have to just breathe and know, hey, we gotta work it out. We gotta work it out. Okay. So another thing is finding inspiration. Okay. Like YouTube. Love me some YouTube. Sometimes books. I read books where you see people go from homeless to turning around their lives. To me, that's inspiration, because I'm saying if they can do it, I can do it too, And inspiration sometimes also when you find that, okay, this person maybe was military, they lost their leg or arm or whatever, yet they're doing so much for themselves, for their family, for the world to see. That's inspiration. And these are the people that make me just want to continue going on, Another thing that I do whenever I feel like I'm gonna fall off the wagon is just setting realistic expectations for myself. You know, like I say, I'm not a millionaire, so I'm not gonna set a vacation with a yacht, and you know, it's something that's it's not going to happen. And so what I would do is just plan trips, but I make sure it's trips that I can do, that's within my reach, trips that are within my reach, you know. I plan these things and I make sure that I say to myself, first thing, the mortgage has to be paid, the electricity, the water, those are things that has to be done first. So I make sure that I am not going to make a trip and forget these things. So I'm very realistic in my thinking, in my thought process, in my planning of what I'm going to do. So that's what I mean when I say set realistic goals and expectation, okay? And then finally, reflect on your journey. Reflect on where you are now, because one of my best friends, one day I was talking to him and we were just talking about sort of people who had gone on, leave us. And we had gone to school together and they had already gone to become nurse practitioners and stuff. And we were just talking about it. And then, you know, he turned to me and he said, I know you're looking at, you know, things like that. But he said, look back, look where you came from. And that is so profound. Like, I still think about that conversation up to this day, because it's the truth. Because we get so focused on going elsewhere and everybody else all around us and what they're doing. But look at yourself. You've come this far. You have come this far. If you think that you've gotten anything at all from my video, can you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day.